What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. I'm not gonna say I hope you're having a good day because this will be some bad news for a lot of people. And I kind of vacillate on whether or not I want to report on this kind of stuff often. And I try to pick my spots to where it's somebody I actually know or that I enjoy their content. A lot of us grew up with Gilbert Gottfried. You might not have recognized it, but I bet you did. His roles in the Aladdin films, or even his iconic role as the Aflac Duck. Uh, Gilbert Gottfried is a legend in comedy, in stand up, in his roasts, um, and a guy that really got on my radar when, he got quote unquote canceled for a joke. Lost his job as the Aflac Duck because of that. And, so I got to learn more, and then he also appeared on an Angry Video Game Nerd episode, which I thought was really cool and kind of a watershed moment for YouTubers. I think he had Macaulay Culkin on that year too, which was cool because Macaulay Culkin's making a bit of a comeback now. I think he was on American Horror Story this year. Anyway, this is about Gilbert. Now, I'm not one of those creators that's gonna fake cry, but it does suck. In the last 6 months, we've lost Bob Saget and Norm Macdonald and Gilbert Gottfried. The old guard. A lot of these guys, a lot of the best comedians out there, they either die young, Belushi or Farley, or they fade away. Gilbert is a guy that just kept working. I think he's been doing a lot of cameos. People like it. By the way, did you know that that's not his real voice? He actually has a regular, normal voice. This via comic book. Famed comedian and actor Gilbert Gottfried has passed away at the age of 67. Actor Jason Alexander shared the news on his Twitter account with the message, "Gilbert Gottfried made me laugh at times when laughter did not come easily. What a gift. I did not know him well, but I loved what he shared with me. My best wishes and sympathy to his family, Rip Gilbert Gottfried." Fellow comedian and editor Emery also shared a message mourning the passing of Gottfried. On the morning I'm releasing my latest film, I discovered my friend and colleague Gilbert Gottfried has passed away. I'm so sad. Gilbert graciously lent his voice to the science fiction project, and he will be dearly missed, but never forgotten. This was his hilarious contribution. Science friction, sorry. And of course, the official Gilbert accounts, just to give you an idea of the amount of things, okay, that Gilbert was in, you probably didn't even know it. Although he had a kind of an iconic voice, but, Aladdin, Problem Child, of course, Beverly Hills Cop. He was working, he's been on Cyber Chase here and there. Hassle at the Castle was in pre-production. He had Smiling Friends in this year. I don't know if he was sick, if it was well known or not, but he was clearly working. Appeared on SpongeBob, Critters, a new binge, Family Guy a couple times. These are all built off, however, a lot of his earlier stuff. When a lot of us, kind of got to meet him. He plays himself in a lot of roles, but just a prolific career. Appeared on Crank Yankers, obviously, Celebrity Deathmatch. I think he was fighting in that one. Aladdin, as many people know, he was also in Aladdin Arabian Adventures and Fearless Friends, and of course a bunch of stuff like that. The voice of a dog in Dr. Dolittle. He was on SNL a bunch of times. The Weird Al show. Just so much. Obviously, Problem Child as a voice actor. He was in a Saved by the Bell episode. Of course, Iago's voice in Aladdin. That's what a lot of people who grew up who are old millennials remember him for. Night Court, Problem Child 2. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is Sidney Bernstein. There's just a whole slew of iconic roles that Gilbert had. And then, this is a guy that way back in 2011, when we were first kind of learning about cancel culture and stuff, he made a series of jokes, earthquake and tsunami jokes that are quote lacking humor. 3 weeks after the towers in the United States, he made light of it at the Friars Club roast for Hugh Hefner. He said that he had tried to catch a plane, but he couldn't get a direct flight. They all had to stop off at the Empire State Building. The joke prompted boos from the audience. Like, you're gonna have to make joy. Everything, comedy is tragedy plus time, right? As they say. I don't love dark humor, but I don't think it should not exist. And I think groans are almost as good as laughs. He had made a tweet about something in Japan, but he probably didn't know that Affleck does 75% of his business in Japan. So, he made some tsunami related jokes that, I don't know. I don't think people should remember the joke Ari Shafir made about, these people are intended to push the boundaries. And I think, Gilbert Gottfried, maybe near the end here, you didn't see him as much of a trailblazer, but he definitely was, with his unique voice and approach and dialect and the way he spoke, his diction. One of the most prolific voice actors ever, American voice actors, right? You might think that that's a reach, but the dude's iconic. And there's very few people that you just know their voice right when you hear it. And Gilbert was one of them. I can only assume that basically he, once Norm checked out, he was a great friend of Norm, and then Bob checked out, that Gilbert was was in a hurry to go meet up with them. And I guess I can't blame them. Much love to the fans of Gilbert Gottfried, and I appreciate the work that he has given us over his illustrious career.